Care workers come together in Kaukauna for a workshop to enhance safety measures for those grappling with memory loss. Caregivers were able to learn insights from law enforcement that touched on a variety of safety topics, some including information on common crimes, police response strategies to dementia cases, and the Silver Alert process.
People living with dementia and their caregivers feel very isolated at times. They can feel very alone. So for us to be able to hold these types of events for community to let them know that you're not alone.
Organizers also offered to help enroll some caregivers in the Purple Tube Project, a free service that helps families make safety plans for their loved ones with memory loss. Time now, 4:40.